Hi dear GATE candidates, the Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited invites application of Executive Trainees 2024 through GATE 2022, 2023 or 2024. That means the candidates who have a valid GATE score in 2022, 2023 or 2024 can apply for this post. The last date for receipt of online application is 30 for 2024. The vacancies are available under 6 different disciplines. They are mechanical, chemical, electrical, electronics, instrumentation and civil disciplines. They have mentioned that the candidates will be shortlisted for personal interview on the basis of valid score obtained in GATE 2022, 23 or 24. Then the applications are invited from Indian nationals and you need to apply online on dedicated web portal www.npcilcareers.co.in. The online registration commences on 10/4/2024 and closes on 30/4/2024. Let's now look the category-wise breakup of vacancies. When we consider the current vacancies, under unreserved category, 159 vacancies are present. Under EWS, 39 vacancies are present. Under SC, 60 vacancies are present. Under ST, 30 vacancies are present. Under OBC non-creamy layer, 108 vacancies are present. So, total 396 current vacancies are present. Then, when we consider the backlog vacancies, under SC, 1 vacancy is present. Under ST, 2 vacancies is present. Under OBC non-creamy layer, 1 vacancy is present. So, a total of 4 backlog vacancies are present. Thus, a subtotal of 400 vacancies are present. Let's now look the discipline and category-wise breakup of vacancies. Vacancies are available under 6 different disciplines. Under mechanical, total 150 vacancies are present. Under chemical, total 73 vacancies are present. Under electrical, total 69 vacancies are present. Under electronics, total 29 vacancies are present. Under instrumentation, total 19 vacancies are present. And under civil, total 60 vacancies are present. And from this table, you can go through the category-wise breakup of vacancies. Let's now look the reservation for persons with benchmark disabilities. In this table, they have mentioned the disablement categories identified for appointment in each discipline. Then, in this table, they have mentioned the vacancies reserved for PWBD categories. If you are a PWBD candidate, you can go through it. Then, if you are a PWBD candidate, then you are required to submit a disability certificate issued by a certifying authority. Then the important thing you need to consider here is that only such persons who suffer from not less than 40% of relevant disability will be eligible to be considered under PWBD. That means if your disability is 40% or more, then only you will be considered as a PWBD candidate. Let's now look the important dates. The commencement of online application is on 10/4/2024. Then the last date of submission of online application is on 30/4/2024. Then when we consider the payment of application fee, you can pay the fee between 10/4/2024 to 30/4/2024. And a non-refundable application fee of ₹500 is chargeable only to male applicants belonging to general unreserved category, EWS category and OBC category. And for female applicants belonging to SC/ST category, PWBD, ex-servicemen, dependents of defense personnel killed in action and employees of NPCIL are exempted from payment of application fee. Let's now look the required eligibility criteria to apply for this post. The first criteria is the candidate needs BE or BTech or BSc engineering or 5-year integrated MTech with a minimum of 60% aggregate marks in one of the 6 engineering disciplines: mechanical, chemical, electrical, electronics, instrumentation or civil, from university or deemed university or institute recognized by AICTE or UGC. And the second criteria is the applicants must have a valid GATE 2022 or GATE 2023 or GATE 2024 score in the same engineering discipline as the qualifying degree discipline. Let's now look the disciplines acceptable as per prescribed qualification. Under mechanical and production candidates can apply. That means the candidates who have degree in mechanical or degree in production can apply under mechanical discipline. And as we mentioned earlier, these degrees should be either BE, BTech or BSc Engineering. And the candidates should have a minimum of 60% aggregate marks. Then under chemical, the disciplines acceptable are chemical and electrochemical engineering. And under electrical, the disciplines acceptable are electrical and electronics. Then under electronics, the disciplines acceptable are electronics and communication, electronics and telecommunication, electronics and controls, electronics and instrumentation, electrical and electronics, and electronic system engineering. Then under instrumentation, the degrees acceptable are instrumentation and controls, instrumentation and electronics, and applied electronics and instrumentation engineering. Then under civil discipline, only civil discipline is acceptable. So here we can see the candidates with qualifying degree in electrical and electronics engineering can apply under either of the disciplines electrical or electronics. And also candidates with degree in discipline electronics and instrumentation can apply under either of the disciplines instrumentation or electronics. However, such candidates must qualify on the basis of a valid gate score in the discipline in which they wish to be considered. Then in addition to above disciplines, the candidates who have done 5 years integrated course leading to MTech with a minimum of 60% marks in the relevant discipline may also apply subject to fulfilling other laid down criteria. And they have clearly mentioned that only the above mentioned disciplines will be considered and the courses or disciplines with equivalence to the above will not be considered. Then for final year students, they have mentioned that the applicants whose final results are awaited and or are appearing for the final year or semester examination during 2024 but are otherwise eligible may also apply. And if selected, they will be required to submit the final result indicating completion of degree and percentage of marks not less than 60% on or before 30th November 2024. Let's now look the age limit to apply for this post. The age is calculated as on 30 for 2024. For general and EWS category, the upper age limit is 26 and there is no age relaxation for general and EWS category. Then for OBC non-creamy layer, the upper age limit is 29 and there is an age relaxation of 3 years. Then for SC/ST, the upper age limit is 31 and there is an age relaxation of 5 years. Then for PWBD candidates, for PWBD General EWS category, the upper age limit is 36. Then for PWBD OBC non-creamy layer category, the upper age limit is 39. Then for PWBD SC/ST category, the upper age limit is 41. And there is a 10-year age relaxation for PWBD candidates. And as we mentioned earlier, to consider as a PWBD candidate, the degree of disability should be 40% and more. Then here you need to notice one thing, that for applicants eligible for age relaxation in more than one category, that means if the candidate belongs to more than one category of age relaxation, then the cumulative age relaxation available is subject to a maximum of 56 years. And there is no age limit for employees serving in NPCIL who otherwise fulfill the prescribed criteria. Then they have mentioned that the selected candidates will be required to undergo 1 year orientation training in any one of the 2 training facilities. First one is pressurized heavy water reactor stream or PHWR stream. A candidate of this stream shall undergo 1 year induction training at any of the nuclear training centers of NPCIL sites. Then the second one is light water reactor stream or LWR stream. A candidate of this stream shall undergo 1-year induction training at Nuclear Training Center located at Kudamkulam Nuclear Power Project site, Nagarkovil, Tamil Nadu. Then the important thing you need to consider here is that for mechanical, chemical, electrical, electronics and instrumentation disciplines, training will be either in pressurized heavy water reactor stream or in light water reactor stream. So the candidates of these 5 disciplines have to indicate preference of reactor stream in the online application. Then the candidate of civil discipline are not required to indicate choice of reactor stream. Let's now look how will be the placement after completion of the training. They have mentioned that after successful completion of training and subsequently during service in NPCIL, the executive trainees may be posted at any DAE establishment at any location in India or abroad depending on organizational requirement. DAE means Department of Atomic Energy. However, the initial posting of majority of executive trainees for pressurized heavy water reactor stream may be predominantly at PHWR operating stations, ongoing projects and upcoming or future projects across the country. And for more details, you can visit the website www.npcil.co.in. Then the initial posting of majority of executive trainees for light water reactor stream may be predominantly at LWR operating stations and ongoing projects and upcoming or future projects across the country. And they have mentioned that a few executive trainees may also be posted at TAPS 1 and 2 operating station, Tarapur, Maharashtra. TAPS means Tarapur Atomic Power Station. And they have also mentioned that few executive trainees may also be posted for other functions such as research and development, design and engineering, procurement, quality assurance and such others. Then during the training period, the candidates will get the stipend, and they have mentioned that they will get a monthly stipend of rupees 55,000 and they will get one-time book allowance of rupees 18,000. And during training period, a mandatory lodging and boarding in accommodation as provided by NPCIL is required. Then after successful completion of the training, executive trainee will be appointed as Scientific Officer C in Group A with a pay level of level 10 and pay in the pay matrix of rupees 56,100, and they will get a DA of 50% of pay in the pay matrix. In addition to this, different allowances, incentives and facilities are also available as per extent rules depending on place of posting. So the available allowances, employee benefits and miscellaneous facilities, incentives, loans and advances, and retirement benefits or social security schemes are mentioned here. You can go through it. Then one important thing you need to consider here is that you need to sign a bond. The selected candidates are required to execute an agreement, a personal indemnity bond for rupees 6,78,000 and a service bond to serve NPCIL for at least 3 years after successful completion of training, and no third party surety is required. Let's now look at the selection process. After you file the applications, shortlisting of candidates for personal interview for the post of Executive Trainee 2024 will be done in the order of merit drawn on the basis of valid GATE 2022, GATE 2023 and GATE 2024 scores by applying ratio of 1:12. And they have mentioned that if there are more than one candidate with the same cutoff mark while shortlisting for the interview, then all the candidates with the same mark will be shortlisted for interview. Then as we mentioned earlier, the candidates having a valid GATE 2022, GATE 2023 and GATE 2024 scores shall only be eligible for this recruitment exercise. That means the GATE score of 2021 or of previous GATE examination shall not be entertained. Then equal weightage will be given to GATE 2022, GATE 2023 and GATE 2024 scores. And the PWBD candidates will be shortlisted separately by applying 1:12 ratio in each category of disability for which vacancies are reserved. Then the discipline and category wise cutoff shall be displayed on recruitment web portal of NPCIL, and the result of shortlisting for interview shall be made available to candidates under application status link through individual login on www.npcilcareers.co.in. Then intimation of interview date, time and venue will be communicated to shortlisted candidates through email and SMS. And call letter for appearing for interview will be made available for shortlisted candidates in the website for downloading. And they have mentioned that the final selection will be done on the basis of performance in the personal interview subject to medical fitness. Then they have mentioned that no weightage will be given to gate score during the final selection. So you need to prepare well for the interview. And the qualifying marks for interview are: for unreserved, the qualifying mark is 70%. For EWS, SC/ST, OBC non-creamilayer and PWBD, the qualifying marks for interview is 60%. Then they have mentioned that the result of the interview shall be made available to the candidate through individual login on recruitment website of NPCIL, www.npcilcareers.co.in. And text of the offer of appointment will also be made available for downloading to the empaneled candidates on this website under individual login. And the most important thing you need to consider here is that on receipt of offer of traineeship, empaneled candidates will be required to submit their acceptance form whether they want to join NPCIL or not through email within the stipulated date. So don't forget to do it if you are selected after interview. Then they have mentioned that they will create a waitlist also, and the waitlist will remain valid till 20th September 2024, and the waitlist will be limited to equal number of candidates as in the select main list in different disciplines and categories. Let's now look the interview schedule and venue. The interviews are scheduled tentatively from 3rd to 15th June 2024, and the interviews will be conducted at Anushakti Nagar, Mumbai, Maharashtra, Narora Atomic Power Station, Uttar Pradesh, Madras Atomic Power Station, Tamil Nadu, and Kaiga Generating Station, Karnataka. So, the candidates are advised to indicate preference of venue to appear for interview in the online application form. Then, at the time of interview, you need to do the verification of original documents. And they have mentioned that non-production of original documents will debar the candidate from appearing for the interview, and no TA will be reimbursed to such candidates. So let's look which are the documents needed to be verified. First one is date of birth proof. You can use 10th standard passing certificate indicating date of birth or school leaving certificate as a date of birth proof. The second document required is qualification certificates. And under qualification certificates, you need the mark sheets indicating date of declaration of result, the final degree certificate, and if final degree certificate is not issued, you need provisional passing certificate. Then for applicants who have been awarded CGPA, GPA or SGPA or letter grades should follow the conversion table of the institute or college or university from wherever they have passed. And the applicants called for interview will be required to produce the authenticated conversion table from the institute or college or university. Normally, it will be present on your mark list. And if it is not provided by the respective university or institute and formula to convert CGPA into percentage is not available, then the standard shown in this table will be followed. Then the next document required is your GATE 2022 or GATE 2023 or GATE 2024 admit card and scorecard. So both are needed, admit card and scorecard of GATE 2022 or GATE 2023 or GATE 2024 are needed. Then for applicants working in central or state government or PSUs or in aided institution or in autonomous bodies should bring no objection certificate from the organization. Then if you are an ex-serviceman, then you need to bring the certificate to indicate that you are an ex-serviceman. Then if applicable, you need to bring the certificate in support of being dependent of defense personnel killed in action. Then the next document required is your caste and category certificates. The SC/ST and OBC non-creamy layer candidates must produce the caste and category certificate in proper format. And the EWS applicants are required to submit income and asset certificate in the format prescribed by Government of India from a competent authority valid for the year 2024-2025. And the prescribed format can be downloaded from www.npcilcareers.co.in. Then the PWBD candidates are required to submit the disability certificate issued by an authority as prescribed in the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Rules 2017. Then the candidates who are appearing for the interview will get TA. They have mentioned that the outstation applicants attending interview will be paid to and fro third AC train fare. And for that, the candidates called for interview will be required to submit their bank account details online. Then they have mentioned that for personal interview, you can use either Hindi or English language. Then there will be a medical fitness checkup by the authorized medical officer of NPCIL. And you will get appointment only if you pass this medical fitness checkup. Then as we mentioned earlier, after the completion of the traineeship, the candidates will be appointed as Scientific Officer C and they will be on probation for a period of 1 year and shall be confirmed in the post on successful completion of the probationary period. Then let's look the important thing, how to apply. You need to apply online through online application form provided on the website www.npcilcareers.co.in. Then it is mandatory to put in all the relevant information such as GATE 2022, GATE 2023 or GATE 2024 registration number as mentioned on GATE admit card of the candidate, qualifying degree details, experience details if any, percentage of marks, email address and mobile number, address for correspondence, soft copy of scanned photograph and signature to complete the online application process and get the application number. They have mentioned the required size for photograph and signature. The photograph should be in JPEG format and the size of the photograph should not be more than 50 KB and the maximum pixel size of the photograph can be 480 by 640 pixels. And the minimum size of the photograph can be 10 KB and the minimum pixel size can be 180 by 240 pixels. So the photograph can be between 10 KB to 50 KB and the pixel size can be between 180 by 240 to 480 by 640. Then for signature, the signature should be in JPEG format and the size should not be more than 20 KB. And the maximum pixel size is 160 by 560 pixels and the minimum pixel size is 80 by 100 pixels. Then they have mentioned that the communication will be through the email ID and phone number that we are entering. So there should be proper care while entering the email ID and mobile number. Once you submit the application, you cannot change the email ID and mobile number. Let's look the important steps in online registration process. In step 1, the applicant is required to furnish information such as GATE 2022, GATE 2023 and GATE 2024 registration number as mentioned on GATE admit card of the candidate, then the discipline, name, date of birth, category, email, mobile number, PWBD details and other exemption details if applicable. We cannot change these details once we submit the application. Then on successful completion of this stage, activation link is sent to applicant's email. Then click on apply online registration link at top left corner of web page for registration. Then second step is the applicant is required to activate the account by clicking on the activation link received through email after completing registration in step 1. Then step 3 is on successful completion of this activation, candidate can log in using their login ID and password to apply online. Then in this step, the applicant is required to fill in all details of his educational qualifications, work experience, etc. And this is a multi-stage step where applicant is allowed to go to next stage only on entering the information required for current stage. And the sequence of stages in this step are: first one is the educational qualification, second one is post-qualification work experience if any, third one is personal details, fourth one is indicate city of preference for interview, fifth one is indicate choice of reactor stream, sixth one is upload photo and signature, and seventh one is submit application. And they have mentioned that the links for the above stages are available on apply online menu, and the applicant should start by clicking on the educational qualification link. And once the information is saved, the next stage, that is post qualification work experience, will be made available for filling up the information, and it will go on. Then on entering all of the information related to current stage, the applicant can use save and proceed to next step option at the bottom of form, which will save the information entered in the current stage and opens the next stage for filling. And proceeding like this, you will finally reach the submit application stage. And when the applicant reaches the submit application stage, a draft of all the information entered by the applicant will be shown, and at this point the applicant is allowed to modify any details entered in earlier stages. Then if all the entered details are correct, click on submit application. Then after submission of application, an application number will be generated in respect of candidates who are exempted from payment of application fees. And in respect of candidates for whom application fee is applicable, they will be directed to make online payment once the form is successfully submitted. Then you need to pay ₹500 online, and which is not refundable. Then once the payment of application fee is successfully completed, the application number will be generated. Then the application status can be seen by the candidate by logging through applicant's login link. So the candidate is requested to make a note of the login ID and password. Then they have mentioned that the applicants will be informed through email and SMS about the availability of the interview call letter online on the website if shortlisted for the interview. The date, time and venue of the interview will be provided in the interview call letter, and the applicant must carry a clearly printed interview call letter to the interview venue, and without which the candidate will not be allowed to appear for interview. And they have mentioned that the initial screening is primarily based on the information provided in the online application form. So you should fill that details carefully. Then the shortlisted applicants appearing for the interview should invariably carry with them the following at the time of reporting for personal interview. You should carry a photo identity proof of PAN card or driving license or Aadhaar card or voter ID or college ID or government issued to secure entry for interview. Then you should carry one clear printout of the interview call letter bearing photograph of the candidate. Then you should carry one clear printout of the full online application form. Then you should carry one set containing self-attested copies of the certificates in support of educational qualification, both degree certificate and mark sheets, experience certificate, caste and category certificate, and proof for date of birth, etc. Then you should carry originals of all the above mentioned documents. And they have mentioned that if the applicant is in final year or in final semester, then the candidate should bring their identity card of the institute or college or university at the time of appearing interview. And they have mentioned that the original documents and self-attested copies, as mentioned earlier, along with duly signed hard copy of the online application, are required to be produced at the time of personal interview. Then they have mentioned that for latest updates, the candidates need to visit the web portal of NPCIL. Then if you have any other query, you can contact NPCIL under the contact link. And they have mentioned that any further information pertaining to recruitment of executive trainees will be uploaded on www.npcilcareers.co.in and www.npcil.nic.in only. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe and share this channel.